Hi, here is world famous DJ Roger Sanchez. How do you see the music scene in 5 years?
It's interesting because it's becoming so global right now. The dance music scene specifically is merging with pop music. It's becoming this incredible, massive culture. And I see that now it's more global than ever, but I see it really being tied to the internet. There are going to be a lot of different ways that the internet's going to really affect what we do. It already has, and I think it's going to get even bigger.
You just said that it's your first gig in Amsterdam dance event. Yes. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited. I think I've always been somewhere else. I've always been meaning to come.
What is the reason?
I get booked. But I made it a point this year to say I am definitely going to be here. I've got my entire team. We're doing the stealth party tonight at Escape. I've got a lot of really solid DJs that are playing with me tonight, and I can't wait.
Where are you playing tonight?
At Escape.
Escape. Okay, we will see you there tonight. And who is throwing the best parties at the moment?
Me. Who else? Stealth Records, baby. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It could be, let's say you make trance music. Who are your trance heroes? Okay. Let's say Armin van Buuren, Tiesto, Marcus Schultz. You pick 3 names out. What you do is, they're very accessible now. You can find everyone via Twitter. What a lot of people do for me is they find me on Facebook and they send me a track. I happen to have an assistant who's here in the house for me, who downloads everything for me and puts it together, and I happen to listen to everything. I don't expect that everybody probably does that, but I happen to do that. And you have to constantly be able to put yourself in people's vision. Don't do it annoyingly. Don't stalk somebody. They see you in front of the house 5 times, they probably go over cops. But make your presence known. Constantly send things out. Find your favorite DJs, give them your tracks. The most important aspect of becoming successful is not really vision. It's not really luck. It's not really right time, right place. It's resilience. You have to love it and want it so much that nothing is going to deter you, nothing is going to discourage you, and nothing's going to stop you. You gotta keep it going and find as many ways possible. This is why I say, and all of a sudden people are talking about you. Sooner or later somebody's going to notice you. It's up to you to do what you do from that point on. I think you have to go for what really speaks to you. You might like hip-hop, you might dabble in country, because you like Garth Brooks doesn't mean that you're a country head. But it means you like a little bit of that. Ultimately, there's something that really speaks to you. Maybe it's Gabba Techno. You just discovered that Gabba Techno's your shit. Then that's what you do. Maybe you take some influences from, I don't know, country, you throw it into that. There are ways to integrate different loves. I happen to love hip-hop, jazz, soul, Latin, funk, all of this. I infuse that, but my core is house music because that's what spoke to me. That's what I started making. So you really gotta say what really speaks to me. And you follow your heart. That's the best thing I can tell you. You gotta follow your heart. This isn't music, people. This isn't algebra. You don't have to think about it. You have to feel it. Ultimately, what they're talking about is people don't know how to identify you. It goes back to what you feel most comfortable with. Doesn't mean you can't do different styles, but you should pick something that really genuinely speaks to you. It's like being a master of a trade or the jack of all and master of none. Something that speaks to you, you have to work hard and you have to work long at it to perfect it. And there's a book by Malcolm Gladwell that gives you some crazy amount of, you need 10,000 hours to master something, doing it. I'm not kidding, I swear there's a formula for this. The point of it is, it doesn't mean you can't dabble and try and expand your horizons or even merge it, but you have to try what speaks to you and work at it. And let that be the first face you present. When people know you, show them more, but don't stop yourself from doing it, ever. Because I use a lot of visuals in my performance. And I work together with several different guys. There's a company out of the UK called Loop Visuals that I work with a lot. And I tend to send them a lot of, not just the tracks I make, but a lot of my sets, because I think there's a strong correlation if you make a statement for something. I was just on tour again with Sander Kleinenberg, and he plays with DBJs, and he basically is mixing videos. The effect is really very multimedia, but it really brings something home. Music makes you feel something. Visuals make you think. I think if you like working in that medium, it could be very, very powerful, but it has to be something that you invest the time to actually make something that can visually represent what you're doing musically. And I think it can be very, very powerful. I've played with him in a couple of places. What I've noticed about, and it's funny because I was mentioning this earlier, is that the Netherlands has become pretty much one of the new focal points for dance music because of the support for talent that's coming out of here. Specifically Chucky, because he plays a lot like I do. I come from a hip-hop background initially in terms of my skill level, but then I fell in love with house music. And it's funny because he's a very technical DJ like I am, and I enjoy playing. I've done 6 CD sets with a couple of other guys, and I find that somebody that's technically that good and musically in the same vibe works really well with me.